The right wingers are finding they're finding their grift in the sense of like, hey, wait a minute, now it sucks, guys. Now it's woke, even though it's been kind of pretty woke, the whole time. But so Critical Drinker, as we're recording on Sunday, released this on YouTube. I figure let's do something a little bit different in the Grift report. Okay. Let's kind of react to this 8-minute video. I also sped it up because I can't fucking stand this guy, so I sped it up to 1.5.
That's why we're gonna listen to him for 6 whole minutes or 5 or so.
Yeah,
it'll be sped up.
Yeah, I'm honestly it is more bearable sped up because in my head I know it's over faster. All right, so here we go. Critical fuckface. Sorry, drinker. Critical.
Credit card dunker.
Critical dickhead.
Credit card dunker.
Got it.
Cool. One of the questions that comes up pretty regularly on Open Bar these days is, Drinker, you tough-talking, charismatic gunslinger with a dark past, when are you going to review The Boys Season 4?
Should I speed it up more?
The Boys.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
You know, I used to be a real fan of that show, to the point where I actually gave the first season a Drinker Recommends Awards. And truly, what higher accolade can one bestow upon a work of art these days? Anyway, at a time...
Okay, so he liked the first season.
Yeah.
You notice they all say shit like that? Like,
I liked it at first.
Yeah, and then it got woke. AKA, I gotta make money off this.
When the superhero genre was already becoming kind of stale and played out, The Boys came along to completely tear up the rulebook.
Okay.
Funny, violent, irreverent, and wickedly subversive, with a complex and well-written cast of heroes and villains, plus a whole lot of other characters in between, and a story that brutally skewered everything from fake corporate activism to our obsession with celebrity culture, media manipulation, and cultural warfare. It was really
of which you are a part, you fucking fuck! Holy fucking shit! Pause, please. This dumb motherfucker is talking about how it's subversive and takes swipes at the very fucking empire that you helped create that is built on your bullshit.
I love it.
You fucking...
I know. I know.
You fucking personality. You're a fucking t-shirt. You're a fucking movie of the week, to quote Brad Pitt. God, these fucking people. This is what we have to deal with now. For us to have any sort of shot at getting our actual art to anybody, we have to be fucking shitheads and talk about shitheads like this so that we can get any sort of attention. Fuck you, dude. Thank you. Thank you.
Again, I love it. I love it
really
when
loud. Sorry, everybody.
I love it when guys like him like talk about the culture war shit. It's just like
that he created
your whole empire, your whole fucking empire.
Piece of shit. God.
General even shows that subverted the genre, and partly because I could see the way The Boys was heading as a creative property. The complex, nuanced, and multifaceted characters were slowly morphing into simplified parodies of themselves. The central storyline was becoming trite and predictable, and the bitingly witty satire was becoming more overt and partisan with every season, parroting the same predictable talking points.
Partisan. Again, the show is just being a little bit more in your face about, you're the villain, dumbass. You guys will always be the fucking villains because whether you like it or not, you speak the language of an oppressor.
Yeah. Firecracker in episode 4 is exactly this shithead. That kind of shithead that just live streams everything when they're taking a shit
how many times
or going to get a muffin.
How many times have I said it? They know that they can never get anybody with real... Why am I looking at the TV like there's a camera?
Because there's an audience.
In my mind.
Look at all those ants.
They're out there in my head. Ants? Yeah, the
bugs.
bugs.
They're in my head. Okay.
Get out my basement.
Get out of here. You darn idiots.
It's just
varmints.
This is the thing about conservatives in general, conservative media, conservative anything. It's the same shit. They can't understand. They know that they cannot do anything creative enough to get someone's attention, so they have to make some bullshit narrative, bullshit controversy to get some sort of outrage going, and it's the same shit. And it's always, oh my God, a straight white man isn't the lead, we're pissed. It's woke. It's feminist.
As every other Hollywood product. Basically, The Boys just wasn't cool or interesting anymore. It wasn't fighting the
oh my gosh, the critical fucking drinker is the king of what's cool, everybody.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
It just wasn't cool anymore.
It wasn't cool anymore.
AKA, I couldn't grift off it because it's actually fucking good and people like it and it makes fun of me and my audience because I've cultured a bunch of fucking Nazis.
Do you think we're going to get canceled because we made fun of his accent?
Oh,
his outrageous accent!
Tyler, we took it too far. We can't say that they're alt-right people or their fans are Nazis.
Yeah, even though they are. And even though they purport to champion the things that Nazis champion.
I'm not saying... Very clear. I'm not saying Critical Drinker's a Nazi. I'm not saying Neurotic's a Nazi. I'm not saying they are Nazis.
They are.
But I'm saying... but thanks, Tyler. But he said that. But legally, he said that. I will throw you under the bus.
Fuck yeah.
Because they're rich. They can afford lawyers. But what I'm saying is...
shit about our 300 subscribers.
I'm just saying you tend to get a certain type. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, a little bit.
It wasn't raging against the machine, it was part of it. What was once rebellious, subversive and irreverent had become just another mouthpiece for the safe, corporatized, hollow and performative activism that it once so brutally mocked. So I wasn't exactly brimming with excitement at the prospect
pitched it up to 1.75. Is that too bad?
Frankly, I've got better things to do with my time. But hey, maybe they managed to turn things around. I mean, Stranger Things was drinking at the Last Chance Saloon for me after a disastrously bad Season 3, only for the showrunners to listen to fan complaints and come back with an absolute banger of Season 4. Maybe we'd actually get something similar here. So it was off to Rotten Tomatoes for me to check out the reviews. Not the critic reviews.
And also help review bomb it.
Gives a shit what those fucking shills have got to say about anything anymore. I'm talking about...
did he just call Rotten Tomatoes shills?
Yeah, okay.
You fucking douchebag.
So, hey, make up your fucking mind, assholes.
Yeah,
because when you want to make fun of the Acolyte, you use the audience score as if it matters. And then... You call Rotten Tomatoes shills because it has positive scores, but then look at the audience score. That's the real score.
That's the real
but
score.
Also, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. So what are we using, fuckers?
Yeah. Well, they just move the goalpost wherever it suits them. They don't have actual,
By the way,
thoughts.
Season 1 of The Boys...
They have sold their soul to the devil.
Tyler,
that is money.
Season 1 of The Boys didn't have... It was both sides the whole way, man. Both sides, despite the whole villain of the show this whole time being a caricature of Donald Trump. But whatever. It all changed with Season 2, and it wasn't cool anymore.
It wasn't cool. It mocked the thing that it tried to mock. Mocked it.
Which is the only semi-reliable barometer for quality these days, and it's
51%.
I mean, the audience scores had been gradually declining from an all-time high of 90% in Season 1 to 75% by Season 3, but that's kind of in line with most shows, to be fair.
By the way, let's... time out. Okay. Metric here. Season 2 onward. I don't know if it continued... I don't want to say onward, but Season 2 got review bombed because Amazon released all the episodes for Season 1, but Season 2, that's when they started doing the 3 episodes and then weekly release, and they fucking review bombed it because of that.
Right, and for those of you who don't know, the critical score of every subsequent season of The Boys has risen from, I believe, last season was 95%, this season is 98%.
Also,
critical scores.
Also, you know what else happened in Season 2?
What else?
You know what else happened?
Huh.
The villains were saying the shit that their fans were saying, and then came out to be a fucking Nazi.
Whoop.
They seemed to be real quiet about that.
Yeah, weird.
Because that same season, the character that believed what Stormfront said shot someone.
Yep.
Because that can again, I'm going to be very clear for the lawyers. I want to be very clear. I'm not saying watching Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic will make you shoot someone.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that. I want to make that very clear.
If you're trying to be entertained, there's lots of better
I'm
options
saying
out
that
there.
This is what can happen.
If you're following him because you believe that shit, then you're an idiot. So whatever. And you're probably not listening to me right now anyway.
I'm just saying that that happens when you go down certain rabbit holes on the internet.
But there's no denying that Season 4 absolutely fell off a cliff. Good lord, I don't think I've seen a fan base turn so hard on any show since Game of Thrones. Look through the reviews and you'll see page after page of absolutely brutal write-ups, all saying basically the same thing. The general consensus is that the show seems to have sacrificed writing quality and smart characterization in favour of simplistic shock value and cheap political point scoring. In short, the writers have become more interested in getting their own personal ideology across and owning the chuds, rather than actually telling a good story.
They've been doing that for 3 seasons.
You also like to use phrases like owning the libs. I can't like take you seriously because you are a chud when you use owning the chuds. Also, I just have to say, who the fuck cares what a bunch of jackasses online are saying about a show that I like? Why are you spending time paying attention to when I'm in the mood for a good laugh, I go and check out one of our YouTube shorts that has where we're owning the chuds, as you say, you dumb fuck. I like to look at those because you guys just can't help yourselves, and you just have to fucking comment like it's like flies. It's like moths to a flame, right? And you just come and you're just like, and it's bad spelling and bad grammar, and you're just all chuds. And if I want a good laugh, I just go and read some of them because I'm like, wow, you guys are actual people. But go ahead and please talk more about owning the chuds, you fucking dipshit.
My favorite is when like they try to call us gay or like,
soy boys
or like betas or soy boys.
I like soy.
I do.
I hope somebody takes that as a fucking...
Soy is delicious.
Soy is delicious.
I love me some
soy.
Soy boys. That's a drop.
Well, that sort of strategy never really pays off. Naturally, I was curious to get the other side of the story, so I took a look at a recent interview with showrunner Eric Grift in The Hollywood Reporter.
And here we go. I knew he was going to talk about it.
The show had become too partisan. I clearly have a perspective, and I'm not shy about putting that perspective in the show. Anyone who wants to call the show woke or whatever, that's okay. Go watch something else. But I'm certainly not going to pull any punches or apologize for what we're doing. Some people who watch it think Homelander is the hero. What do you say to that? The show's many things. Subtle isn't one of them. So if that's the message you're getting from it, I just throw up my hands. You know, why do I feel like this is rapidly becoming a tale as old as time? A show gets...
A tale as old
He doesn't answer that at all. He doesn't answer whether he thinks Homelander is the hero or not. Like, he doesn't answer any of what Kripke said. He just goes into some stupid-ass fucking allegory or analogy that proves his point, even though it makes no point. He doesn't even answer. So do you think Homelander's the fucking hero, dude? Critical drinker? Answer me, you fuck. Sorry. Answer me.
It's a tale as old as time.
What is the tale?
The tale as old as time being
dumb
like
fucks with a YouTube channel.
The tale as old as time is being the conservative being the fucking dumb one.
A tale as old as time having a YouTube channel.
Popular and goes mainstream, the writers get a little too overconfident and think they can use it as a platform for their own personal hang-ups. The fans start to push back against them, and instead of taking that criticism...
God damn it! How dare any fucking writer put any fucking political ideology, anything like...
Yeah, how dare you put any of yourself into your art?
It's like, you know what fucking pisses me off?
Why aren't you an AI bot?
It's what pisses me off is when people think a movie like fucking Star Wars is political, dude, even though it has wars in the name of it. By nature, war is always fucking political.
And they're fighting an empire, you dipshit.
I slapped the table too hard for that bit.
Yeah, you did.
them on board and responding in a constructive manner. They just say, fuck it, go watch something else, you dicks. Kind of reminds me of this idiot.
Exactly.
So why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it?
Do what he said.
Yeah. So what does he say? What is his response to go watch something else?
Well, I want to before.
Also, yes, it is implied that you are a dick. Before I
get onto that, okay. Two things. One, you're lying. Clearly you don't. You criticize.
Get real fired up here.
Because you criticize people about. Well, you're for free speech unless it's against your political view, right. And then you do this shit. Where he says, if you don't want to watch this show, don't watch it. Else. I'm sorry if you feel that way. Go watch something else. Yeah. Nobody is fucking being like, critical drinker, for the love of God. They're going to bomb this fucking country unless you watch The Boys Season 4. It's not like it. Get off your fucking self-righteous horse. Oh, boy. Character or not, sit down, you little bitch, because you mean nothing. Your 1 million subscribers are a bunch of lonely fucking losers, and I don't care about their opinion.
And you know that if you get upset over what Kripke said, because it's clickbait, I've seen that story about 17 times in the last week, you know that your stupid chud fucking subscribers will click on your shit.
Let's get through it. We're almost done.
Did her level best to tank the American comic book industry, and then had the balls to berate her own customers for not loving what she was doing.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Yeah,
who was that?
Good girls, enjoy yourself.
I think it was Gail.
It's the entertainment equivalent of that
Gail
asshole kid who takes
Simone.
his ball and flounces off home because everyone else won't play the game the way he wants them to. It's this weird narcissistic sense of entitlement amongst creatives these days that everyone should just...
Again, from you is real fucking rich, you piece of shit.
Yeah, have you ever created anything?
You're such a paragon of wisdom that there's no possibility you could ever...
Yeah, he's created shitty fucking thriller novels. That's what he's made. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't call him shitty. I haven't read him. But based on... If your writing is anything like your fucking criticism, that book is dog shit.
I can't imagine what you think is good.
Eric, is that other people don't always think exactly the same way we do. They don't always share our beliefs, parrot our opinions, mirror...
Yet you're making a whole fucking crybaby video about it because you want to make money, you piece of shit.
our viewpoints on every topic, and that's okay because people are allowed to have different points of view. A smart, humble, and creative writer
Why do you
finds ways to bridge the gap between all these different groups through the unifying concept of good storytelling. A bad writer, on the other hand, tries to hammer home his opinions on his audience with sheer brute force, and then gets angry and resentful when they push back against it. I'll let you decide which one you use.
Oh, you mean like Eric July and the fucking Rippaverse?
What?
When people talk about how shitty his comic books.
Hey, I'm gonna put out fucking trading cards based on an outline I did when I was 12.
But no.
I'm not sure what his powers are yet. Or why he wears that darn helmet.
Let's attack a guy who said, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
To be and which one you are now. Also, it's interesting watching the discourse around the boys on social media, which I can best summarize as, the boys used to be smart and fun, now it's all about pushing politics and nothing else.
Actually, the one thing I've seen on social media more than anything is what happened to Laz Alonso's beard. That has nothing to fucking do with any at all, because the show is still good.
Hey, William. That's Criddle Drinker's name. William. The main, like one of the main. Let's not even say like we'll just, even though he is the antagonist, let's just pretend. Okay. No, fuck it. We'll make it this point too because it's really important. The main antagonist of the show from season 1 wore an American flag as his cape. I don't know what to tell you if you don't think that a guy who's modeled as which by the way, a blonde, blue-eyed, perfect American wearing his flag.
that big gold eagle on his one shoulder is very reminiscent of very Third Reich reminiscent.
Drinker, Bubby, when you wear the flag of a country as your cape, it's fucking political, dipshit.
Yep. Guess what? Alpha Flight, political, because they're Canadian. Go.
Cry hard.
Do you think he would be... Never mind.
Chuds, don't you know this show was always making fun of people like you?
It was.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Okay, let's get this over with. Yes, most people with functioning brain cells knew exactly what this show was and where its political sympathies lay. Nobody in their right mind looked at Homelander as a misunderstood hero that represented the voice of the masses. Nobody looked at Stormfront and thought, you know what?
Misunderstood?
Really? Nobody looked at... Because you did. Fuck.
She's got a point there. Nobody clapped and cheered when the Deep forced himself on Starlight, and it's complete gaslighting to suggest otherwise. The show was never particularly subtle about its politics or what it expected its audience to take from it.
Pause
the
it.
Though, is that for the first couple of
so
seasons...
you think a man forcing himself on a woman is political? Fuck you, dude.
Ooh.
Did you just hear what he said?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Nobody
piece of
applauded
shit.
That. Nobody applauded that.
That isn't political. That's fucking human rights, you piece of shit. God damn.
By the way,
why are we listening to this asshole? I'm getting my blood pressure is going way up.
You can end it now. I mean, we're almost done.
Just end it now.
But here's the thing. By the way, he picks the most obvious everybody knows is wrong sequences of that to be like, well, nobody agreed with that or did this, blah, blah. And it's just like, yeah, again, you pick the most obvious examples. But we're going to ignore the other shit of like the VOT news or all this other stuff.
We can end it. I don't need to hear anything more of this shithead.
Oh, come on. We're almost done.
I don't really.
It was actually fun and entertaining because the creative focus was still on the story and characters.
It
and
always
believe it or
has
not,
been.
people can be surprisingly receptive to your political ideas when they're smartly presented and wrapped up inside an entertaining product. People can empathize with characters that embody ideas they don't normally support as long as those characters are well written and likable.
Pause it again. So body autonomy is something you don't support, clearly. Because you talked about the Starlight thing, you fuck.
Well,
that's what he was saying. He's like, he's saying he's making that a point of his contention, and he's talking about how how people will empathize with your characters even if they have political shit that you don't agree with, if it's wrapped in entertaining whatever.
yeah.
So what are you saying about bodily autonomy, you fucking douchebag?
Also, why would conservatives be okay with the Deep doing that?
Yeah.
Like, what? Again, taking a very obvious choice and being like, yeah most people are going to say no. That's not okay.
Elements of the
That's
worldview,
point.
provided you do it in a way that's actually funny and insightful. In each of these cases, though, the primary focus should always be on entertaining your audience instead of lecturing or pandering to them. And I think this is where the boys have finally come unstuck.
Like you pander to your audience, you fucking
the less entertained
creep.
You're going to be, and the more of your audience you end up pushing away. Instead of uniting them with entertainment, you end up.
I mean.
Well, you don't unite your audience with entertainment. You unite your audience with hate, Critical Drinker. So who's the fucking kettle here, man? Shit. I mean, honestly.
So what kills me about this is Drinker and the fuckboys, like Geeks and Gamers and Neurotic.
You can come up with something better than the fuckboys. That sounds like a bad 80s hair band.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Get ready, the Bullet Boys and Fuck Boys are coming to Cleveland.
What about Fuckhead?
Skid Row and Faster Pussycat.
It's Faster Pussycat
and Winger.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with that. What about Fuckheads?
Sure. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Fuck brains.
I think we're done. I don't even need to hear that last time.
No, we're done with it. But I want to just it's funny to me that his whole angle in this video is like, well, of course I knew it was bad. I liked the first season and then it went woke in the second season and blah, blah. And like to act like this I'm smarter than you persona that he's got, right? Yeah. But in reality what it is like, oh, great, I found a way to make money. Everybody's mad at season 4 because my audience is full of fucking idiots and it took him 4 seasons to realize that this show has been making fun of them.
Videos like this where he talks over videos, like he never does it himself, like he never does it live or anything.
No, he's only on camera like rarely for like his other shows.
So everything you put out is totally refined, like down to the final tiny point, man. We do this live, by the way. I mean,
not really.
Well, we don't record it. We don't edit. Is what I'm saying. Once we start recording, we're done until we're done recording.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, all the points that we make are because we're smart. We don't have to sit there and write it out firsthand. And then, I will say, good job putting all those clips together and stuff, but you probably have somebody to do that for you based on how much money
they're like, hey, is this live? And I said,
maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Nice.
Thanks, Mark.
We're done.
Don't forget he committed a hate crime. We gotta define.
What are you talking about, bro?
Where we could go with like redemption, because it's like, I mean, it's hard to forgive that, you know.
Well, no, I don't consider him redeemed because he's not. He made a movie with Mel Gibson, sort of Will Ferrell, by the way, you fucking douche. Anyway,
hey, if I was on that plane, 9/11 wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Also, he's gone down this rabbit hole of like him and his brother of this like. Not quite alt-right, but they're definitely, like, leaning that way. You know, his brother plays a cop.
I wouldn't say alt-right. I'd say
he's in bed with High V, and High V is the fucking devil. So, yeah. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I work with that I said that.
What?
All right, let's talk about some comics.
You know what? I want to make sure there's an armed guard protecting my bread.
You better believe I can put a hole in you, a hole in the wonder.
I'm the Hy-Vee CEO, and I'd rather have a dead person in the aisles than a person feeding their kids over a loaf of bread.
You should have thought before you grabbed that peanut butter.
Thought before you thought I gotta feed my babies. Okay. Well, look, man. I mean, what are you saying, Hy-Vee? We should probably censor something.
Now I'm imagining the fucking Hy-Vee SWAT team.
They're going. No, I'm talking about rabble. Breach. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.